Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I just recorded an entire jam sesh and a little vlog entry up there. And as I was, replaying the footage to make sure that it was in focus, one, it wasn't in focus, and two, the microphone was switched off. So, take two, here we go. It's gonna be better this time because I had a little bit of practice with what I'm gonna play. Hey, you know what? You fail some, you learn some. That's it. You pretty much gotta mess up if you want to be able to get better. First off, thank you to everybody who liked, commented, and subscribed on the last video. And if you're just watching this video, I would like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. But my buddy Noah texted me and he said, you should make a video talking about some of the books that, led you on your journey. So I don't want to dive into all the books on this video, and I'd for sure love to hear from you guys if you want me to talk a little bit more about books and some of the books that I've been reading, because I could definitely do that. But I do want to share the first book that really lit the flame for me. I was flying back from Hawaii, and my whole family was out there, my grandma, and she was reading this book called The Alchemist, written by an author named Paulo Coelho, who I'm pretty sure is Brazilian, but the book is translated into a bunch of different languages, so find it in English. Unless you speak Spanish, then you can read it in Spanish if you want to. And so she gave me the book, and I started reading it on the flight back, and I finished it pretty quickly. It's a short read, but it's a really great story, a really great message, and there's a lot that you can take away from it. But it's also just a really entertaining book. When I was younger, some of the books I was reading were just the books that were recommended in high school, or Fault in Our Stars, Looking for Alaska, books like that. And I never really stuck with reading just because I didn't find value from those books. But once I started to find the books that really had value for, what I was looking for, what I was looking to learn, and it was specific to me, that's when reading got really awesome. So for example, if you're trying to learn more about sales, then there's some great sales books out there that you can check out and learn. Or if you want to learn about, whatever you want to learn about, there's a book out there for you. Before reading The Alchemist, I was first introduced to this good niche of books through when I was living out on the East Coast. I was living in Newark, New Jersey, which is just on the other side of the Hudson River from Manhattan, and was working with my mentor, Gerard Adams, and he has this nonprofit incubator / startup called Founders. And what they would do is teach entrepreneurship to inner city youth around the area. But it was also a place for events, resources for entrepreneurs. Speakers would come in and speak. And that's actually where I met a lot of that's where I met Truman, who's my co-founder with Temple Mill. I'm repping the season 1 Temple Mill hoodie, OG. I also met, Brian Donovan there, Brian brought his entire book collection to Founders for anyone to have access to read, which was over 100 books. And I didn't take advantage of it, and I didn't read any of the books while I was out there. Now looking back, I'm like, Mike, you had access to all these books. We do have libraries and stuff like that, but if you can find a friend who has a curated collection of books, and they can kind of point you in the direction of, what would be a good book to start with, because some books may just go totally over your head and may be a little bit too heavy, but you can kind of find a sweet spot of books that, really do your thing. Find authors who, you like their writing style, and you can read more of their books. One author that I really like, his name is Ryan Holiday, and I really like him just because his style of writing and his format for his books is just super educational. It's super easy to read, and it's super entertaining. So Ryan Holiday is another person to check out. I definitely suggest that you check out reading and give it a shot, because a lot of people don't even give it a shot. They say it's boring, it's whatever, and it's better to read 1 page every day than to read like 100 pages one day and then stop and give up. So I challenge you to, start building a habit. Just read a little bit every day. Give it maybe a month or so to see what you think, and switch to a different book, find another book. But I promise you that there's so much that you can learn from books, and that it's just gonna improve your life. You're gonna become smarter. So if you guys want me to talk more about books on this channel, Truman, he's given me a ton of amazing book recommendations, so we can get him talking about books. He's been the compass for me to point me in the direction of finding good books to read. So you guys go find your compass, a friend who has a book collection, and they can point you in the direction of books to read based on like what you're trying to learn about, because for everyone it's different. Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Hopefully this shot is in focus. Hopefully the microphone is on so you can hear me. Let me know what else you guys want to hear me talk about. Let me know what else you guys want to hear me talk about, and I'm just gonna keep on doing these, keep on coming at ya. So I will catch y'all on the flip.